Serendipity in Birmingham. In the heart of Birmingham, a city known for its rich industrial heritage and vibrant culture, lived a beautiful woman named Eliza Montgomery. Eliza was in her late 20s, with raven black hair that cascaded down her back and emerald green eyes that sparkled with curiosity and kindness. She had a fair complexion, her skin glowing with a natural radiance that made her stand out in any crowd. She was a talented artist, renowned for her captivating paintings that depicted the city's essence, blending its historical charm with modern vibrancy. Eliza's studio was situated in the Jewelry Quarter, a district that had long been the heart of the city's jewelry trade. The area was a maze of narrow streets lined with quaint shops and workshops, where artisans crafted exquisite pieces that drew admirers from all over the world. Eliza's studio, a converted Victorian warehouse, was filled with canvases, brushes, and the scent of oil paints. The large windows allowed natural light to flood the space, illuminating her latest masterpiece, a panoramic view of Birmingham's skyline at sunset. One sunny afternoon, as Eliza was putting the finishing touches on her painting, she received a call from her best friend, Claire. Claire was a lively and adventurous woman with a penchant for organizing spontaneous outings. "Eliza, darling, I have the most exciting news," Claire exclaimed. "There's a new exhibit at the Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery. It's all about the city's industrial revolution, and I think you would absolutely love it. Let's go this evening." Eliza, always eager to draw inspiration from new experiences, readily agreed. She finished her painting, cleaned her brushes, and got ready to meet Claire. She chose a simple yet elegant dress that accentuated her natural beauty, a deep green, complementing her eyes with a soft, flowing fabric that moved gracefully as she walked. As she looked at herself in the mirror, she felt a thrill of anticipation for the evening ahead. The Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery was a grand building, its impressive facade a testament to the city's rich history. As Eliza and Claire entered, they were greeted by the sight of magnificent artworks and historical artifacts that told the story of Birmingham's transformation from a small market town to a bustling industrial powerhouse. The exhibit was a mesmerizing journey through time, showcasing the innovations and inventions that had shaped the city's destiny. Eliza was particularly drawn to a display of intricate machinery, marveling at the ingenuity and craftsmanship that had driven the Industrial Revolution. The polished brass and steel of the restored steam engines gleamed under the museum lights, each piece a testament to human ingenuity. As she examined a beautifully restored steam engine, she felt a tap on her shoulder. Turning around, she found herself face to face with a handsome man with piercing blue eyes and a warm smile. "Excuse me," he said, "I couldn't help but notice your interest in the machinery. I'm Thomas, a historian specializing in the Industrial Revolution. Would you like to know more about this steam engine?" Eliza smiled, intrigued by Thomas's offer. "I'm Eliza, and yes, I'd love to learn more. Please tell me everything." Thomas began to explain the history and significance of the steam engine, his passion for the subject evident in every word. He spoke about James Watt and Matthew Boulton, the pioneers whose innovations had revolutionized industry, turning Birmingham into the workshop of the world. Eliza listened intently, captivated not only by the fascinating history, but also by Thomas's enthusiasm and knowledge. They spent the next hour exploring the exhibit together, discussing the various artifacts and their impact on Birmingham's development. As the evening progressed, Eliza and Thomas discovered they had much in common. They both loved art, history, and the vibrant culture of Birmingham. Thomas was fascinated by Eliza's artistic talent and invited her to visit the archives where he worked, suggesting that she might find inspiration for her paintings in the historical documents and photographs stored there. The next day, Eliza visited the archives, and Thomas gave her a tour of the vast collection. The archives were housed in a stately building, its walls lined with shelves filled with books, manuscripts, and photographs. Eliza was amazed by the wealth of historical material, and she spent hours sketching and taking notes, her mind brimming with new ideas. Thomas was a constant presence, offering insights and sharing stories about Birmingham's past. Over the following weeks, Eliza and Thomas grew closer, their shared interests and mutual admiration blossoming into a deep and meaningful connection. Eliza's art flourished, inspired by the historical treasures she had discovered, and Thomas found joy in seeing the city he loved come to life through Eliza's paintings. One evening, as they walked along the canal, the setting sun casting a golden glow over the water, Thomas turned to Eliza and took her hand. "Eliza, meeting you has been the most wonderful serendipity. You've brought new light and inspiration into my life, and I can't imagine my days without you." Eliza's heart swelled with emotion. "Thomas, you've shown me the beauty and history of this city in ways I never imagined. I'm so grateful for every moment we've shared." With the city of Birmingham as their backdrop, Eliza and Thomas embraced, their hearts intertwined by the magic of their serendipitous meeting. Together, they continued to explore the city's hidden gems, creating beautiful memories and inspiring each other every step of the way. Eliza's life in Birmingham had always been filled with art and creativity, but meeting Thomas added a new dimension to her existence. Their days together were a blend of artistic exploration and historical discovery. They often visited the city's landmarks, finding inspiration in places like the Birmingham Botanical Gardens, where the lush greenery and vibrant flowers provided a perfect setting for Eliza's outdoor sketches. On weekends, they ventured to the outskirts of the city, exploring the picturesque villages and rolling hills of the West Midlands. They visited Warwick Castle, where Eliza was enchanted by the medieval architecture and the stories of knights and battles that Thomas narrated with enthusiasm. They walked through the cobbled streets of Stratford-upon-Avon, the birthplace of William Shakespeare, where Eliza found inspiration in the quaint Tudor houses and the tranquil banks of the River Avon. Thomas introduced Eliza to the local history groups and societies he was a part of, where she met other historians and enthusiasts who shared her interest in Birmingham's past. She was invited to give a talk about her art and how the city's history influenced her work. Eliza was initially nervous, but Thomas's encouragement and the warm reception from the audience boosted her confidence. Her talk was a success, and she received numerous invitations to speak at other events and exhibitions. As their relationship deepened, Thomas and Eliza found that their individual passions complemented each other perfectly. Thomas's historical knowledge enriched Eliza's art, providing her with new perspectives and insights that she translated onto her canvases. In turn, Eliza's creativity and artistic vision inspired Thomas to see the history he loved in a new light, making connections between the past and the present that he had never considered before. One day, while exploring the Digbeth area, known for its vibrant street art and creative spaces, Eliza came across an old, abandoned factory. The building's faded brick walls and broken windows had a certain melancholic beauty, and Eliza felt a surge of inspiration. She decided to create a series of paintings capturing the essence of Birmingham's industrial past, using the factory as her muse. With Thomas's help, she gained access to the factory and set up her easel inside the vast, empty space. She spent days there, painting the decaying machinery, the play of light and shadow on the worn floors, and the echoes of a bygone era that seemed to linger in the air. Thomas would visit her often, bringing lunch and sharing stories about the factory's history, adding layers of depth to Eliza's work. The series, titled Echoes of Industry, became one of Eliza's most acclaimed projects. The paintings were displayed in a prominent gallery in Birmingham, drawing visitors from near and far. The exhibition's opening night was a grand affair, with local dignitaries, art critics, and historians in attendance. Thomas stood by Eliza's side, beaming with pride as she received praise and accolades for her work. That evening, after the guests had left and the gallery was quiet, Thomas and Eliza walked through the exhibition, hand in hand. They paused in front of one of the paintings, a hauntingly beautiful depiction of the factory's interior bathed in the soft glow of twilight. "You've captured the soul of this place, Eliza," Thomas said, his voice filled with admiration. "Your art brings history to life in a way that words alone never could." Eliza turned to him, her eyes shining with gratitude. "And you, Thomas, have given me the stories and the knowledge that make my art meaningful. I couldn't have done this without you." Their journey together was a testament to the power of serendipity and the magic of shared passions. In the bustling city of Birmingham, Eliza and Thomas had found each other, and through their love and collaboration, they had created something truly extraordinary. Their story was one of beauty, inspiration, and the timeless connection between art and history. And so, in the vibrant heart of Birmingham, a beautiful woman named Eliza Montgomery and a passionate historian named Thomas continued to explore, create, and inspire, their lives forever intertwined by the serendipitous encounter that had brought them together.